Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Advice. Today's question is, if aliens were to visit tomorrow, do you reckon they'd visit covertly or openly? And why? I'm going to assume space aliens here, since pretty much everywhere on Earth already has plenty of foreigners visiting covertly and overtly. So, this is a very important life question. Otherwise, how can we know that they have not already arrived covertly? We must ask ourselves this every day. In fact, maybe they weren't being covert and they have already arrived in the form of the flu. And by trying to eradicate it, we're trying to destroy an entire race of aliens. Granted, they did kill us first. Or try. So, it's self-defense. Sorry, guys. Really, though, whether aliens arrive covertly or overtly depends on themselves and how they view us, whether they come in peace or in war. First, let's assume they're a stereotypical warlike alien race, except slightly less stereotypical in that they have a reason to want to take over Earth. They don't just want to kill people for the sake of killing people. They want our resources, which often happens too, but then they just go around killing people for no reason and not actually taking the resources. So they want our resources. They come in, boom, blow everybody up. However, in that time, since they've studied us, they know we could probably launch some nuclear missiles. Might not hurt their ships. However, it would hurt the planet, and that would be not what they want. So perhaps they come in covertly. They decide, well, we can disguise ourselves, take over their political structure, and eventually force them to make enough bad decisions that they wipe themselves out for us. This, of course, requires them to have much longer lifespans or just function as in their society on a different time scale, because if they're actually in need of our resources, that's not a good way to do it. It wouldn't be fast enough. So that scenario is pretty unlikely. However, it could work if the right circumstances existed. Now we'll move on to the possibility of peaceful aliens, which, you know, would be nice. We don't want to assume the worst of everyone. So they've studied us for a while, and they figure, hey, it's time to, go visit Earth. I think they can handle it. Sort of. So they're like, well, we could show up in all our ships and be like, hey, we're here. Isn't it great? But they've studied us enough to know that we'd probably overreact and, shoot at them, which is not very nice. But we'd do it anyway, because Earthlings are kind of paranoid, and we'd assume they weren't very nice. And that's not good, but that's what they do. So, instead, they come covertly, disguise themselves, work in their ways in among us, but instead of, trying to help us make bad decisions, they try and help us make good decisions, which we need help with. People make bad decisions. So they do that, but, we don't really make any progress for a while. Maybe they go talk to some political leaders, but then who they choose to talk to could very much cause political strife, because, politicians are always ready for strife. Anyone who they didn't talk to would feel as if they were snubbed, and, that would not be fun. And they know that. Or would, I suppose. I don't have any evidence of aliens, unfortunately. If there are any aliens watching this, tell me, because then I can change my greeting at the beginning. Although I don't know what to call you, so, please let me know. Personally, I'm a fan of them showing up and saying, hey, we're here, and us not overreacting, and then everybody getting along. That would be the best option if it worked, so, maybe they're waiting, maybe tomorrow's the day we'll be ready for, them to show up and say, hey, we're here, and us not to panic, and then we work together. That would be wonderful. Hopefully they're not the, hey, we're here, let's blow you up now. That would be bad. But, that could also work, as long as they don't actually care about the same things in our planet we care about, in which case they should just say, hey, let us have this stuff you don't care about. So, in summary, I think they'd probably be covert if they were peaceful, and if they were not peaceful, we'd have trouble on both sides. This has been Unqualified Advice, and questions have been answered.